Charles Lee Ray performed a voodoo ritual to transfer his soul to a doll, becoming alive in the process. When the doll died, he was resurrected by Tiffany, but he killed her after. He then transferred her soul into another doll, resurrecting her as well. Now they became the murderous doll couple, Chucky and Tiffany.
Ade, Due, Dambala, give me the power, I beg you. Arise, arise, arise!
I am the Martin, and today we're going to unbox and review Chucky and Tiffany from Neca. So this is based from the movie Bride of Chucky. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Then welcome to the Markverse! These are figures based from the 1998 movie Bride of Chucky. Chucky is one of the most recognizable characters in horror movies, while Tiffany brings that added slashing charm in this film, which until now she is still part of the Chucky TV series. So let's go to the design. Let's start with Chucky. Before his face was destroyed, but in this film, Bride of Chucky, Tiffany stitched and stapled him. The silver parts on his stitches are staple wires. Though there are some inaccuracies on the placing of those stitches, its lengths, and staples, it's fine. I really don't expect that it's going to be perfect because those are small details. It's almost perfect though, since the face is still creepy, which is the important thing here. I also like the gaps on his scalp, while this side of his hair is movable. It's also nice that Neca showed a deeper socket to have a visible eyeball. Then the nose, his teeth are still perfect. The stitches extend to his neck. Then for his arms, I hope this is really their intention, to have a torn part on his side sleeves. He also has a stitch on the back of his hand. Then for his left arms, we can also see some torn parts here. Then as you can see, the other parts of his clothing is faulty and torn. His jumper and undershirt. And lastly, his shoes. Nice details on his red shoes. Neca even put dirt on the sole. Then for Tiffany, the first thing I've noticed is her cheeks. Something is off. I just can't figure it out. Um, is it too big? Is it not symmetrical to his nose, mouth, and eyes? Or maybe her cheeks are not visibly sunken. Though if we look very closely, we can see her dimples, which she has in the movie. Then her eyes, I am recalling if the color of her iris is really yellow. Because I know it's not, but maybe I'm wrong. The mole above her lips is here. Good. She has nice color hair. She has her necklace and tattoo on her right chest. There are also two parts of her clothing. First, her leather jacket. Actually, its details, texture, and color is good. This belt part of his jacket can be removed, but we need to be very careful to avoid ripping it. Let's try to move or unbuckle the strap. Okay. Now we can see the inner part of her white dress. So this has a silky texture. Good. We cannot pull this down for two reasons. First, Tiffany could slap me by doing that. And second, it's fixed to her chest. Then the lower part, it has a wire. I appreciated this. It expands more and doesn't bother how you stand her. She has stockings. Obviously, this is the problem. The length of her legs are different. The right side is longer than the left. Hence, you are going to have an issue standing her straight. I'm just glad that her dress covers this issue. Now for the articulation, for Chucky, let's start with his head up, down, sides. Then for the arms, we don't have side lateral raise. Then forward and back. We have articulation for his elbow and wrist. For his diaphragm, forward, back, then sides. Not much of crunching, but we have hip movement. Then for his legs, sides. That's it. Forward, back. Then for his thigh, we have articulation. Then his knee. Okay, good. Then he also has ankle articulation, but no toe swivel. Then for Tiffany, her head up, down, sides. For the arms, I do not want to force this, but it seems we don't have full side lateral raise. Then forward, back. For the elbow, she has articulation, same with her wrist. Then her diaphragm, forward, back, side. Not much of crunching like Chucky. Then we have a little hip movement. Then for her legs, sides. Okay, good. Then forward, back. We have thigh movement, single jointed knee, full ankle articulation, and also no toe hinge. Then for the accessories, let's get Chucky's alternate head. Everything is the same except his mouth is open. I guess this is when he's doing his evil laugh. Let's change his head then. Okay. Good. For the other accessories, first we have the axe. This looks like plastic. I wish they have made this more realistic. Then we have a pair of knives. This is better. We have one for each of them. They have the same length, but this one has a wider blade part. We also have a pair of handgun, but this one is bigger. So let us make them hold these weapons. Let's start with the gun. This is the problem. They can't really hold it properly. If I say properly, what I mean is the usual way we hold handguns. I guess their hands were built to hold knives and not guns. Their fingers can't reach the trigger. So I would rather display them holding the knives than guns. So let's try to let them hold the knives. This is better. Okay, then the amulet of Damballa. This was used to revive both Chucky and Tiffany after they died. We have the chain. This is the symbol. Then the back. It says, "Come on, Markman, read it, read it." No, Chucky, I won't. Well, that gave me the creep, but I will never do that again. Okay, so let's now go to the measurement and comparison. For Chucky, he's around 5.25 inches, while Tiffany has basically the same height. And since they are 8-inch figures, let's get Elvira for the comparison. Okay, so that's the measurement and comparison. I'm happy when I learned that Neca is doing new figures of these two. You know, I just started my horror genre collection this year and I wanted to purchase new ones to include in my collection and not the old ones. There are ups and downs of these figures. I like the design, but I'm bothered with the different leg length of Tiffany. I do not know what happened in the quality assurance of Neca. Then for the articulation, there are many concerns. For the accessories, I'm satisfied except the handguns cannot be held properly because how their hands were not made that way. If NECA added a pair of hands specifically used to properly hold the guns, then the figure should have become better. Because of this, I'm going to display Chucky and Tiffany holding the knives, axe, and amulet. I'm not going to display them with the guns. So, if you enjoyed the video, click the thumbs up button, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to push that notification button since I publish new videos every week. Again, I am the Markman. Thanks for visiting the Markverse, and always remember to pay it forward with kindness.